Hello everyone, welcome back. In this part, we're going to talk about JavaScript Date, set, and get methods. So first of all, let's cover our set methods. Here, we're going to have our variable right here. And then after this, we're going to have simple date object right here. And here, if I console log this date object that we created, you can see that we got the current date right here. But now let's say I want to change something inside of this date. So what I can do is I can select my variable right here and then use my set functions. Here you can see we have a bunch of functions that we can work with. The first thing that we have is our setFullYear function. And here we can define our year that we want to have right here. And pay attention, opposite of date object right here, we can have only numbers here as our year. So let's say we want to change this 2024 to 2020. And now if we run, you can see that we got changed that. But let's say we want to change the month too. Actually, in this setFullYear method, we can divide this by this simple comma and change the month. So let's say we put 5 right here, and if we run, because we put the index of 5 right here, we got this 6th month right here. And if we want to change the date, again, we can separate this by simple comma and put our day right here. So let's say we want this day of 16. And now if we run, you can see that we got changed this date right here. But let's say we don't want to change our year and we want to change only our month. So here we got our setMonth function right here. And here we can change our month. So here at the first, let's run this one time. So we got our base time and date, which is 2024, 4th month and 3rd day, and this time right here. And let's actually bring this to here and comment this out so we can see this all time. And here, let's say we want to change the month to our last month. So we put 11 instead of 12 because this is index again. And now if we run, you can see that we got changed our month right here. But let's say we want to change only this day and not the month or the year. So for changing that, here we use setDate function right here. And again, we pass our number to this. And if we run, you can see that we are going to have our day number changing. After this, let's say you want to change only hours. You use your setHours function right here, which if you run, you see that you got change your hours. But pay attention that this is going to be converted to UTC time. And that's because your terminal and print time can be different from what you input right here. And your time can be different from mine time right here too, because probably we are not in the same time zones. And after this setHours, of course, we're going to have our setMinuts right here, which if we run, you can see that we got changed that. And after this, we got our setSeconds right here. And another cool thing that we can have with our dates is that we can have compare our dates with each other. So let's say we have date of A and then we have date of B. And here, let's say we have 2021 right here as A and 2024 as our B date. And here we can check if A equals with B. And here, if we run, you can see that we got false value. And we have our greater than sign, which if we run, you can see again we got this false. And this means if A is greater than B, but we can see that it's not true right here. And of course, we can have opposite of this, which is less than. And if we run, we should get our true value, which is because our date B is larger and newer than our date A. After this, we're going to have our get methods. And what this does is going to grab some part of our date for us. So let's say here we have our date of 2021, 4th month, 26th day, and then time of 15, 6 minutes, and then 31 seconds. And let's say here we have 400 milliseconds right here. And we want this to be in UTC time. And because of that, we put this Z right here. And here, if I console log my A right here, you can see that we got this time right here. But here, I can have my get methods to just print only that part I need. So here, let's say we first have our getFulYear. And if we run this function, you can see that we got only the year and none of other things. And after this full year, of course, as same as our set methods, we have our getMonth right here, which again only going to grab our month for us. And pay attention that this month is index month. So if you put 4 right here, is going to give you number 3 because this is the index of your month. And after this, if you want to have your day, you can have this getDate, which if you run, again, you can see you get only this day part and not others. But if you want to get weekday as a number, you can do this in your JavaScript. And if you want that, you simply use getDay function right here. And if you run this function, you can see this is going to give you some number between 0 and 6, which is going to specify what day of the week that you put. 0 is the first day and 6 is the last day. After this, we're going to have our getHour method. And if you run, you can see that you got your hour. But pay attention that here you see this is 15 and this is 19 right here. Because when you use this get methods, again, this is going to show to you in your local time and not in UTC. So if you want to get exactly the same, you must delete this Z from end of your date string that you pass. And here, if you run this again, you can see that now you got this 15. And just same as hours, you got your minutes right here that you run, you got the 6. And just same as this, you got your seconds, of course. And if you want to get your milliseconds, you have this milliseconds function right here, which gives us this 400 right here. And if you want to have your full time after of 1970s and 0 time of computer, you can use your getTime function. And by this, you got again this number of seconds which has passed since the January 1st of 1970s, which is the 0 time of computers. And after this, you have another function that you can run, which is going to return you the number of milliseconds since the 0 time, aka January 1st of 1970s. And that is your date right here. And then you use this now function inside of your date. And if you run, you're going to have this number right here, which again is the exact milliseconds after your 0 time. And pay attention wherever you use your get methods right here after your variable. For example, let's say we have this getDate right here. And if you run, you can see that here you got this in your local time and not UTC. So actually, let's make this hours so we can get the result and see the result better. And let's say we have this in UTC format. So if we use this, you can see that we got 19 instead of 15. But if you want to get UTC type of hours and UTC hours returned to you, you can use simple UTC word between of your get and hours, and you're going to use your getUTCHours right here. And this is going to give you the same hour of your date but in UTC format. And just like this, you have other functions going on, which they are these functions right here, which you can use getDate or UTC date, full year or UTC full year, month, day, hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds as well. And another cool thing that you can do with both of these set and get methods is that you can add days to your date. So here, let's say we have this 6th day of our 4th month right here. And here, if we print, of course, we're going to get that one right here. But we can have a setDate right here. And inside of this, again, we got the number of days that we have inside of our date, which we can do this by our getDate function right here and add some days to that. So let's say we want to add 11 days to our 6th day right here. So in the result, we should have the day changed to be 27. But pay attention, if you console log the return of this, you're going to have number of milliseconds. So you separate this and put right here. And after that, again, you print your time. And if you run, you can see that here you got 17 instead of the 6 right here, because you added 11 days to your day. And just like this, you can set your month like this too. So this is 4. Let's say we want to add 3 to our 4 right here. And here we need to change this to setMonth instead of setDate. And here, if we run, you can see that here we got 7 instead of this 4. And you can do the same thing going on for your year, month, day, hour, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds. Please give a like and subscribe to catch next videos.